Hi everyone, thank you for joining us again for one of our Workforce TeleStaff tips and tricks. And today we'll be talking about setting up email reports and roster exports for third-party applications, specifically ePCR and CAD. I'm Emily, the Relationship Manager here at JK Seva. We also have Bill Mitchell. He's JK Seva's president, and he will be wrapping up the end of this presentation today with us. And we also have James Waring. He is our guest speaker today. James has 31 years of fire and EMS experience and has served all ranks from firefighter, paramedic, flight medic, and fire lieutenant up to operations supervisor. And he's been a TeleStaff user since 2003 and the scheduling coordinator while in various departments. And let's get started. James, I will hand this off to you.
All right, thank you, Emily. So today, basically, we're going to speak about setting up email reports and roster exports for integration in the third-party applications, primarily ePCR and CAD. The reason that most agencies want to use this is you're able to export your TeleStaff roster automatically into your ePCR program or your CAD program. This way it saves the crews primarily time from having to log in and out of their tablets and different software platforms, or the program will automatically load it into there for you. In order to achieve this, you will have to coordinate with your third-party vendors, whether it be Zoll, Integraph, and Telegraph, Tiburon, Firehouse, Tritech, and Image Trends are some of your big commonly used models. When you're achieving this, depending on your server, whether or not you're in the cloud or on a local environment, you also need to use a third party or a file transfer software system like FileZilla, for example, because you want to pull these files from one location to the next. Here is your task manager setup for creating these roster exports onto your third-party applications. You see here when you choose the drop-down of the task type of definition, you'll get your different type of roster exports depending on the application you're exporting it to: Zoll, Firehouse, Tiburon, etc. It has all your different, it has up to 8 different roster exports, as well as some basic roster exports that you can use to download to different to an email address that will be spread out to other members of your department or whoever's in that group email that your IT can set up for you. The other thing that you're going to want to address when you're doing these type of interfaces is you're going to need to build a schedule of how often you want these rosters to be trimmed or to be exported onto the third-party solvers or solutions. Most of these are done usually every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes, once an hour. And you usually will try to accommodate these using what's called a cron expression. You can look up a cron expression at cronexpression.com, and it'll teach you how to work through a cron expression. They're very complicated, but when you get them figured out, they work very well and they're very consistent and reliable. Now I'll introduce you to Bill, who will explain to you a little bit more of JK Seva.
Well, thanks, James. Appreciate that. You know, hopefully you have a better understanding of how to do these things, whether it's doing it yourself or you need some help. Our goal in here is to give you enough information to kind of at least if you want to do it yourself, you can. So, but if you want, well, let us help you. I mean, we can help you do some, be a sounding board, or we can help do it for you. So either way. So thanks, James, for that. Any questions you might have, go ahead and send a message to contact@jkseva.com. Make sure you put in the subject line of which webinar or which tip that you want help with. Okay, so make sure that's in the subject line, but send it to contact@jkseva. If you're interested in like a TeleStaff demo or something of that nature that you want to pursue, or if you need some direct help with something, just email salesteam@jksava.com, and one of us will set up something for you on that. Thanks for joining our just this tips and tricks webinar series on TeleStaff. And for more information, you can always visit jksava.com on our website. Thanks again. Have a good one. Bye-bye.